everybody, Mr. Boatcraft here, back with another video. Today I will be teaching you how to make quests in Custom NPCs 1.12.2. So the latest edition of Custom NPCs, I will teach you how to make your very own quests. For those of you who want to make adventure maps and such like that, who want to have NPCs who give quests to the characters and give rewards and all that stuff. Custom NPCs is a really fun mod, and I have a lot of fun making my own quests in it and doing a bunch of stuff like that. So I'll be teaching you how to do that today. For starters, I'll show you how a basic quest works. So right here we have King Snow, and King Snow's got something for us. So when we right click him, he says, "Squire, I have appeared to have lost my sword. Can you find it for me?" And you can see in the top right that we have achieved a quest. Now, let's say that you go off and you forget that you had a quest, you don't know what your quest is, or you remember that you had a quest, but you don't remember what you need to do. If you go ahead and you press L, it'll tell you that your current quest. You can go ahead and just left-click on one of your quests, and it'll give you the description. You need the King's Sword, and it'll tell you your objective to get the King's Sword. Now, the cool thing about custom NPCs is the item that you get is the specific item that you put into the command. So in this chest, we have two different swords. We have a diamond sword, and we have the King's Sword. Now, the king needs his sword. If we were to come up to him again and right-click him, it'll say, "Have you found my sword yet?" Because this isn't his sword. We go back to the chest and we grab the King's Sword, it'll say quest completed because it is the King's Sword. We right click him with it, it says, "Thank you, dear Squire, here, take this on your journey." We complete it, and now we have gotten 64 diamonds plus a decrease in aggressiveness from this man and increase in friendship as well. Now, how does this work? Well, first off, you're going to need some kind of item to get. Next, you're going to need the custom NPC one to make all this happen, and then a reward of some sort. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this anvil, and we got Beto over here. We're going to name this Beto's Poppy, just to make it special. I have caps lock on. We're going to name this Beto's Poppy, just to give it a special name. Now, how this works is you're going to go into your custom NPC menu by right-clicking a custom NPC with the custom NPC one. You can change all of the display models here and everything like that. You can change what they look like and everything here. Stats, that's not what we're concerned about. If you want to see me do a more in-depth tutorial on custom NPCs and a mod review of it as a whole, leave a like on this video and I'll get to it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go to this global tab. This is where we're going to set everything up. Now you're going to want to go into this quests. Now we see that we have King Snow's quests over here. What we're looking to do is we're going to add a category, and we're going to call it Beto. Now we're going to click on Beto, and we're going to go to quests, and we're going to hit add. Now this one's going to be called Rose. In Rose, we're going to just go ahead and click edit, and now we have this here. We're going to start with the title is Rose. The title can be anything you want. Make it easy to remember if you want to have multiple quests. Now we're going to start with this first tab here, the completed text. This is what's going to show up after the person has completed the quest. Like how the other one said, "Thank you, Squire, take this on your journey." This will be the doctor saying, "Thank you, at P." This is the at P. This is the command input that you want for it to respond with your gamer tag, or the closest player's gamer tag. So this is what it will respond with. So it'll say, "Thank you, your gamer tag," or whoever completes this completes the mission's gamer tag. "Take this money." And then he will give us a reward. Now, quest log text. This is what it'll say that you need to do for the quest. "Find the doctor's puppy." Alright, and that's all you need to know for this. Now, this is the reward. You can make it, put anything in here. You can put up to 9 different items in here, 9 different stacks of items, and you can give the user however much XP you want, up to about 8 digits. Up to 8 digits, I think, is the cutoff. It might not be. No, it is unlimited digits. Or, if you're feeling uncreative, you can just give them a random item. Now, there are many different types of rewards, and I can jump into those, many different types of quests, and I can jump into those here in a second. But this is how to do item quests, mostly. Now you can have this quest set up for another quest if you want this NPC to do a bunch of different things. You can have this complete with a different NPC, so I can have Beto take his Poppy to to King Snow, or I can just have it completed with Beto, and I'm going to leave it there. And then there's also mail, which is something further into custom NPCs. Like I said, if you want me to cover that again, then you just leave a like on this video and let me know what you want me to cover. You can also make this repeatable, yes or no, if you want. You can make it daily, weekly, the Minecraft day, Minecraft week, or a real day or a real week. I don't know why you would want to, if this is a normal quest or if this is repeatable. That's up to you. Now we have the faction options. This is if you give your character like an actual faction, so you can make them more aggressive towards you, so if they reach a certain level they will attack you, or you can make them more friendly towards you as well. That doesn't really matter, because these people won't be fighting or doing anything like that. And then you also have console commands, which is once this quest is completed, this command will do something. And that is also something that you can play around with. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you wanted this man to TP, if you wanted your NPC to TP your player, the player to a different location, then you can do that here. If you wanted it to spawn in a bunch of things, whatever your quest desires. I did, however, forget one really important thing when it comes to doing the quest. You got to add in the item of the quest, and I completely forgot about that. You're going to go in here to the type, and you're going to hit edit for the item. Now we have Poppy and Beto's Poppy, and we're going to want it to be Beto's Poppy. So you're going to go ahead and put one of Beto's Poppy in here. Now that you have finished the actual layout of the quest, it's time to get it integrated with the character, the NPC that you have designed. This is done in dialogues. So you're gonna go into global, you're gonna go into the same little setup that we got going on here. And you see that we have the King Snow category over here, and then we also have Villager. Villager is the default dialogue, just so that you can see how custom NPCs works and how the dialogues work. But that's what this video is about, so you don't need to worry about that. We're gonna go ahead and add a category. This is going to be called Beto. We're going to hit done, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to hit add to dialogues. Now I'm going to add 3 dialogues, and I'm going to label them 1, 2, and 3, based off of the order that these dialogues will appear. And we're going to start with 1. So this is going to be what the doctor says. This is how we're going to be introduced to him. He's going to say, "Hey, at P, do you think that you can help me find my rose? I seemed to have lost it." And then how we want to respond to that, we're going to go ahead and give us one option, and it'll say, "Sure thing." Now, if you want to get complex dialogue started here, this is where you can add in a whole bunch of different dialogue options, and then you can select what happens after you say "sure thing." Or if you want to have different responses to this, you can go ahead and just add in different dialogue options, up to 6 different options you can take with this. But we're just going to do 1. And then after this dialogue, you can do a bunch of different faction options again. Not really important to us right now. All we want is we want to check the availability options. We want this available before the quest, before Beto's Rose quest. That is important. We want it before then. And then you have the console commands and all this stuff. Dialogue wheel is show the different options that you can say. So this is just the display thing. I can go ahead and show that after the quest. You can have it to hide the NPC after you're done, and then you can have it disable escaping as well. So now we want to select the quest that is going to appear after this. We're going to have it be Rose, and then we can have a bunch of different sounds and mail. Sound is different, and then sound is just if you wanted to make a sound one afterwards. That's up to you. And mail is, just something different if you wanted that to happen. Now we're going to go to 2. This is the quest has been given, but it hasn't been completed yet. So he will say, have you... I can't type. Have you found my rose? And then availability options. We want this available after the first dialogue has been said. And that's all we need to do here. Not yet for the dialogue options. And then we don't need it to do any of these things. And we don't need it to select a quest because the quest has already been given out. Now we're going to go here and we're going to type in the end after he is done talking. Thank you for finding my rose. Now this needs to be, we're going to add in no problem as a dialogue option. And then we're going to go ahead and do the availability. This needs to be available after the quest has been given, and this needs to be available after Beto has said his second line as well. So now that this is all set up, we just need to go ahead and add them to the NPC, add these dialogues, because these dialogues just exist in the global chat. They don't exist with Beto yet. What we need to do is we need to go to advanced, and then we need to go to this dialogue. This is where we add in the dialogues that already exist. Now the order here is very important. We need them to go into reverse order here. So the last thing that Beto says for this needs to be the first thing on the list, so that the only thing that he says after the quest and everything has been completed is that last line. Him thanking you for finding the poppy. That is the last thing he needs to say. And then it needs to be the mid quest because it'll go in order of from 0 to 5. It'll go in this order. But he needs to say this before he says that. So this is the priority line, but this is the line that comes beforehand. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 1 as well. This is going to come first because we have set it to go before this line has been said and this line before this line. Now that we have the dialogues added to Beto, and we have given him the item that he needs, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to right click Beto. He's going to say, hey Mr. Boatcraft, do you think that you can help me find my rose? I seem to have lost it. Now we have a new quest called Rose. Again, press L and we can see that description on finding the doctor's poppy. We need to find Beto's poppy. We're going to right click him. It's going to say, have you found my rose? And if we keep right clicking him, that's all it's going to say because the quest has not been completed yet and I'm just punching walls. So it's only going to say, have you found my rose? Have you found my rose? And as soon as we find his rose right here at Beto's poppy, we got one of them. We just got to right click him and it'll say, thank you Mr. Boatcraft, take this money. And he's going to go ahead, he's going to take our rose and he's going to give us 64 diamonds. And if we keep right clicking him, it'll say, thank you for finding my rose. Now that's all fun and dandy, but what if we didn't want to do an item quest? Let's say that we wanted to do, for Beto, we wanted a different quest. We didn't want to find an item, but we wanted to talk to a specific person. Well, we can do that here too. We can have the quest be completed once you find a specific dialogue text. So let's say you wanted your NPC to go, you wanted your player in this game to go, this adventure, to go talk to a different NPC in like a different town that you built or something like that. And it can only be completed when they say this dialogue. You can have them say up to 3 dialogues that you need. So if you want them to go all over the place, then that's how you do it and talk to different people. And you can have it completed by the one NPC or the different NPC. You can have it to where you kill another player. So you can have it up to specific people in the game. So if you had other players in the game, like it was like if you were playing with friends and you were building this, you can have them have to kill a specific player name, a specific Minecraft player name, which is super cool. Or you can have an NPC that you can kill, which is something that you have to set up and display and everything like that, which is also a really cool thing. Or you can have them go to a specific location, which you can find by pressing L for the location quest book. You just would need them to go to a specific location that you would need to set up. And that's also a really cool option. Or you can go to area kill, which means that you need to kill a specific person in a specific area, which is also a really cool option. And then you can have just a manual quest setup, which is basically you kind of just have it do whatever. So those are the different kinds of quests that you can do. They're all really cool to set up. And that is how you would make your custom quests in Custom NPCs 1.12.2. So the latest edition of Custom NPCs 1.12.2, that is a simple breakdown on how to do quests like that. If you want to see me set up more complex quests, I can do that as well. So like intense dialect back and forth, seeing multiple characters doing multiple different quests and stuff like that, I can do that as well. Just leave comments down below on what you want to see. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.